Sorry, I'm on low battery. I
Oh,
forgot to charge it all day.
oh, Lordy Lord, here we are
Oh my
again.
goodness.
Morning, Norm.
Oh, isn't it ever?
Right.
Morning Norm to you, Kirk.
Morning. Do you notice anything different? Do you notice anything different about me this
I
morning?
see.
You look quite cozy, Kirk.
I
Yeah.
see you actually have
I
an upper
am.
portion to your wardrobe finally.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Thought
put
your
on
closet
some
was only
clothes.
pants.
I have
That's
put
right. That's
on
right.
a red sweatshirt because it is soaked in the blood of the last president who is now gone. So that is why
Thanks.
I am
Yeah.
wearing this because it is well deserved, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
well,
Looks like you skinned a bunch of MAGA hats there. It looks great.
I
Yeah.
sure did. I sure did. I took them right off, put them all together,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing it to keep me warm. And
oh
then I'm
boy.
going to take a
Mm-hmm.
real big dump on it.
Oh, oh boy.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ooh, violence is never the answer, but it's one heck of a fur coat you got.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No.
That's right.
Especially, it's cold now. We want to. There's a nip in the air, but we don't want a nip on the air. Glad you're wearing clothes again, Kark. How about that? Pachow, pachow.
Well,
Oh, dang,
good morning to
dang.
everyone out there. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I'm Sleepy McLean. Bunsen is my first name, but quite frankly, all my ex-wives just call me Sleepy.
Just like Biden, right? Okay.
So,
No, we're
does
done
Biden
with
has
that
a,
nickname. We're
does
done
Biden
with
have
it.
ex-wives?
No, he had a first wife who died tragically.
Well, that's
I, th-
that's
I
just
think he meant
Yeah.
I think he meant sleepy.
Yeah, I
oh
was
Sleepy
saying this is the
Biden.
sleepy
Oh,
nickname. We're done with that nickname for our soon to be president. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry for the confusion. It is a Monday. It has been a tedious week to get through, and a weekend full of cocaine and just terrarium building for me. In celebration, I am, of course, am alabaster finger guns, pachow pachow, and we're doing it up here in America. We're finally back on the right side of history. Feels like, right?
That's right. Back to maybe some normalcy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just a
well,
little less
Mm-hmm.
drama. That's all I have to say. That's all I would love to have. I'm Cara Clark, in case you missed it. And this is Morning Norm.
Morning,
morning,
Norm.
morning, Norm, to everyone out there
Well,
watching and participating. Feel free to leave any
right.
comments in case we're missing any large stories, please.
Mm-hmm. Let us know. Let us know. But we already teased it. That takes us into our first story. After days of waiting, the AP finally called the state of Pennsylvania for former Vice President Joe Biden, making him your new president-elect. Feels so good. It's been a
Wow.
long and arduous road for Biden, who faced challenges at every turn from Republicans, Democrats, and his own inability to go on the Breakfast Club without embarrassing himself.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Joe Biden addressed the nation with his victory speech, bringing back a certain, I don't know, not asshole-ish quality to the office of president. He promised to govern for all Americans, promising to be a president who doesn't see red and blue states, but a United States. He then turned his head to the side and said under his breath, "But fuck Florida, am I right?"
Seriously. Whew.
But hopefully, Biden can help America heal. But he does have a tall order to fill. He'll have to hit the ground running on issues like coronavirus, racial injustice, fear of economic downturn, and climate change. But hey, at least he won't be denying that those things exist in every single press conference that he ever gives. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Whew.
Well, I'm
Goodness,
certainly
goodness.
I'm certainly pleased to hear this news, and quite frankly, so is my heart and my shingles condition. Right? God, my body would
Yeah.
break out in hives whenever Trump would step up to the podium.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I mean,
Which must have been every single day, my friend.
It's
yeah.
true.
Whew.
It's been a
Been a rough
hive.
4 years,
It's been a
that's for sure.
hivey 4 years.
Oh, Hyvee League over there. I mean, I just can't tell you guys how great it feels to have a president that acts normal. I mean, I didn't think we'd ever get to this point. And, Joe wasn't my first choice, but he didn't gloat or make it all about himself in his victory speech. I mean, it's going to be really great to have a president who acts presidential, a president who listens to experts, a president who's a normal fucking human color. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it, you guys.
Right. I'm right there with you. It's like Biden, Biden, get it? Biden,
Yeah.
Trump. Right. Here we go. I have to say, I am excited to hope for a less dramatic year. I know we got to get through a lot of bullshit, but I would love to have a few days where I can just lie on my couch and watch Netflix and not be interrupted by someone dying or the earth shaking or some goddamn stupid ass tweet that rocks the rest of the world and the economy.
Yeah.
It's time to settle
know?
down.
These 4 years were a movie. It would have been waiting to exhale. That's what it felt like. Whew.
Right. With a great ending, you know?
Yeah, really brought it home at the end there. And moving on, though Biden won the election, Trump has broken with tradition yet again and still refuses to give a concession speech. Trump's key talking points have centered on suing for recounts and throwing out illegal ballots, such as ones where the voters selected Joe Biden, but also wrote in, "Fuck Trump, piece of shit, scumbag, burn in hell, daughter fucker."
Wow.
Yeah.
Trump's sons, Beavis and Butthead Trump, have also publicly supported their father in denying the outcome of the election, urging him to see things through to the bitter end. In a joint statement, the Trump sons spurred him on, saying, "Fight like you fought to honor the commitment you made to our mother."
Ooh.
It's,
Not great, no.
Definitely very true. Based off of his ranty tweets and accusations of fraud and lawsuits, I expect this election will be drawn out, Bush v. Gore style, but I'm sure I'm not alone thinking that there's no way he's actually going to concede.
I guess you just have to ask, what would a narcissist do? And of course, then you'll know exactly what our dumpster would do.
It's true.
Or Trumpster. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Trumpster.
Trumpster, dumpster, the two words have become synonymous. I mean, I'm right there with you guys. If there's one thing I am worried about, it is lame duck Trump. He has got nothing to lose anymore, which means his moves aren't even going to make sense anymore. I mean, he's going to take oil off the endangered species list. He's going to say that summer is his favorite color. He's going to found the Coast Guard, even though we already have one. All bets are off. It's going to be a wild couple of months here.
Oh, definitely. Prepare for a wild Thanksgiving for sure. Well, moving on to how this will play out, specifically in this aftermath, and what would have been an embarrassing gaffe for any other administration. Rudy Giuliani rented out the wrong Four Seasons to give a speech about Trump's legal strategy, speaking from a landscaping company instead of a posh hotel. In fairness, Giuliani probably doesn't know the fees, for the luxury accommodations, since there's no sense in taking a cheap hooker to a nice hotel.
Yeah.
That was
Just
so
reasonable.
funny. I saw that and I was like, why are they there? And I realize now that they rented up the wrong Four Seasons. That was an awful place. What a great ending. What a great ending to this movie.
It's
Perfect.
Waiting to exhale, baby. That's great ending.
It's
I mean, I
definitely
didn't
been
know.
Wrong Four Seasons, and let's roll with it, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no. They were like, let's just reschedule the press conference. They were like, let's do it in front of this landscaping company, which, by the way, is across the street from Patty's Pub of Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame, I guess.
It's hilarious.
I don't know. Fun fact. Yeah, I follow their
I just
Instagram.
don't understand. like when they rented it out, didn't they know where the Four Seasons is? And then when they got there, they were like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with their brains. It's very confusing. You know, if you're gonna rent something out, you
Yeah.
wouldn't know where it is, right?
Didn't someone pick up the phone and be like, "This is Bill of Four Seasons Landscaping Service"?
Or like Four Seasons, I bet you they just got up and moved their building, and they're like,
Definitely,
like, we don't want that dirty skunk motherfucker here. Yeah, that's.
Well, this is certainly another piece of evidence of when you're dealing with Trump, you're not exactly going to get what you thought you ordered. I'm sure we could just ask any other client of Trump Steaks or Trump University. Whatever the outcome, it's not going to deliver.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit on the opposite tack. I didn't know it was possible, but I think Giuliani is making Trump look competent. I mean, Trump was probably like, just do it from your hotel's escalator. And Giuliani was too embarrassed. He didn't have one to speak up and correct Trump. And plus, he was probably too busy swallowing a toddler whole because he has that snake jaw thing going on.
I need to watch that Borat, the rest of Borat. I want to see that Giuliani interview.
Oh, yeah.
Interview / beat session.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. I gotta watch it.
Gotta go out and check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's gonna be a fat, happy time for all. Moving on. Kamala Harris has also etched her name in the history books with her election as VP. She'll be the first woman, first Black person, and first Asian person to serve in that capacity. It's amazing. And breaking so many boundaries in one fell swoop, it's just truly world-changing. It just sucks that she'll have to spend her first day in her new office throwing out all of Mike Pence's old Klan hoods.
Hopefully she tries them on first and says, "Ooh," I would definitely try them on and run around the White House scaring everybody.
Yeah.
Woohoo! America, you have made America great for the first time. You have chosen a woman to lead you. And you know what? This shows me that y'all are finally thinking. And so was Biden for choosing Kamala, of course, but she wouldn't have been chosen if she wasn't such a badass. And that is a badass woman that we got now.
I mean, I feel like Kamala is exactly what Biden needs. As we learned from her debate, she is not afraid to sassily correct a white guy that has no clue what he's talking about, and Biden is going to lose his proverbial car keys a lot these first few weeks. And Kamala is going to be there to remind him, they're in your jacket pocket, Joe. It's going to be good team.
Oh, it's true.
That's right.
True. Kamala is definitely not afraid to call out any malarkey, which I'm sure is Joe Biden's favorite aspect about her. Progress is progress, and I'm certainly excited and proud for Kamala. I'm proud to have her bring her multicultural background to D.C. and bring some authenticity and some authentic American experience to that office. So thank you very much for paving the way for us minorities.
That's right. Well,
stuff.
it's not all over yet. Leaders from several nations have called to congratulate Biden on the win, but the leaders of Hungary and Slovenia have stood by Trump, saying that the election isn't over. I'm sure it must be nice for Trump to know that he has powerhouses like Hungary and Slovenia in his corner, probably because of his wife, ready to supply him with any surplus anti-Semitism they can spare.
They've got a lot of it.
It's true. It's definitely going to be some court battles here. It's strange when other countries weigh in on your election, and normally I'd be afraid to hear this, afraid to hear advice from other countries. But then again, America has been weighing in on other countries' governments for over 50 years now. So time to flip those tables.
Yeah, seriously. I feel like the banana republics are the only ones reaching out to Trump. And by that, I mean the mid-level men's clothing stores at many malls, because Trump has been reaching out to try and get jobs for his witless son. So probably calling him back, saying no thanks.
I'm just curious, what kind of gifts? I'm wondering if they're just these other countries that are calling to congratulate Biden are sending him gifts, or do you think they're just calling to say congratulations, dude? Don't die, don't die. I don't know. What kind of gift would you send? A champagne?
I assume
car?
it's all to begin the foreign diplomacy. Schedule
Right.
some trips,
That's
But,
right.
Yeah.
We did mention that President-elect Biden is facing an uphill battle when he does assume reins. But I'm sorry, or reign, I guess, but the reins. But he is already pivoted toward putting together a coronavirus task force. He plans to announce the members of that task force as soon as Monday. No word yet if he'll retain any of the unpaid interns that Jared Kushner had previously employed. But Carolyn AP seems like a hard worker.
Good for her.
Well, I'm sure we'll follow the other countries and go right back into a lockdown. But hey, it's not like anything's going to change for me. I mean, I'm still hungry and cold and lonely as long as I got Bumble and Hinge and Tinder. Kinder? I can't remember all those names.
Ooh.
Tinder's real.
Kinder sounds... Tinder's real. Kinder sounds like a more problematic one if you're on...
Grinder.
Right. Oh. That's for the boys. That's...
Oh, but I'm a little Asian girl, and the boys, they always think that I'm a little boy.
Well,
interesting.
Good to know. Good to know.
Versatility. Yeah. Good for you.
Right.
Good for you.
That's why I shave the hair right here. I shave this part. I hide the long hair. I show up.
Makes sense.
And then I'll let it down later.
There you go. You can go for both gender roles.
That's right. Non-binary.
Yeah. Fun stuff. I mean, I'm right there with you, Kark. Things are worse now than they were in July. So it seems like a lockdown might be in order. I don't know if you all remember, but July was when we started pretending there was no pandemic. We just got bored of quarantine and started licking every salad bar, sneeze guard that we could find. Just thank God that someone's going to actually call the shots this time. We are just a herd of helpless infants. Somebody please lead. That's it.
Well, good. Well, that's right, citizens. I think, I think coronavirus is not going to care if you are able-bodied or not. Protesting and celebrating in the streets is certainly a lot of fun, but doesn't seem to be helping this country with our numbers. We're a joke. We're a joke to the rest of the world.
We are a joke. Hopefully that joke dies out soon.
Well, speaking of jokes, if you're looking to hone your comedy chops, might we recommend the Pack Theater? It is a great community-oriented theater that helps us put on this show. They host our Twitch stream, and they are great. If you're looking to take any classes there, they're online right now, but they'll have in-person classes starting again as soon as it's safe to do so. You can support them by contributing to their Venmo or signing up for their classes. And they're just tip-top.
Tip-top people, tip-top.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also, let's not forget some of the people that write and work on this show. We have April Lodshaw, great writer. We also have...
Chow to her.
3 comedians, Garrett Mendez, Jolene Kim, and Zach Hillman. Here's their handles. You
Your
can
great
give them
thing.
a follow. Give them a wink.
Give him a follow, a wink, a poke.
How about a Facebook poke? Yeah. Where did those go? I miss the oddly sexual connotation of those, right?
Poke
Don't
them.
build the wall. Build my wall. Post a comment on my wall. Do people still have that?
Or a pic or a vid. Those are the ones that get the most interaction.
Touche.
That'll give us some juice. Yeah.
Speaking of giving some juice, Jolene Kim has got a Patreon. Certainly
Patreon.
Juicy in content.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is just pay $1 a month membership, and you'll get a lot of insight as to how a woman of color lives in the United States. Maybe that might be interesting for you. But it'd be really interesting to check her out because I think she's quite an interesting cat. And I think you would enjoy it.
We hear good things.
Cat that owns a dog. Very interesting.
That's right. A cat that owns a dog.
Very, very non-binary to stay on theme there.
That's right. She is. She's through and through from the beginning all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Can't choose one.
Meow. Yeah.
Can't choose one. Well,
Well, moving on, I suppose you guys hear about this one. Twitter has permanently banned the account of Steve Bannon after the former Trump advisor advocated for the beheading of Dr. Anthony Fauci. Bannon didn't seem to be fazed by the ban, saying, "I'm just glad they haven't found out about my Robespierre tribute account."
Right.
French Revolution jokes. Yeah.
Well, if Twitter is deleting and suspending your shit, then you know that things are bad. And that's for us as citizens of the United States using Twitter, us little people, right? But when leaders are being reprimanded, things are really fucked up. And thank God all we need to do is wait for Trump to concede. It's just ridiculous that if Twitter is telling you to shut up.
Well, I love that we ever even pointed to Steve Bannon at all as a moral compass, but not just to be for our country, but I'm glad that we all acted in our best self-interest, not being idiots, long story short, he looks at us like we're idiots for showering, and that we should be more like him, who feasts only at night upon rodents.
Yeah, he is a blistery looking man. Yeah, yeah. He looks more rash than man at this point. I hear you, Bunsen. I'm just sick of this old switcheroo of social media trying to pretend that they're on the side of good all of a sudden. So in the 15 years leading up to the ascendance of Trump, you had no issues making money off of misinformation and bigotry. And now you want us to act like you're saving democracy? Maybe I'll just switch to Parler. Do you guys think I should just switch to Parler?
You should switch to Guam.
Yeah.
Switch to the Grand Cayman Islands,
Yeah. Falklands.
Right, well,
I hear you.
Well, speaking of other countries, after Trump signaled to leave the Paris Climate Accords 3 years ago, the move will actually take official effect as of this Wednesday. The U.S. has impacted the environment more than any other country, releasing the most carbon emissions since the Industrial Revolution.
Oh, dear.
Trump was really hoping he could take us out on top, take all of us out on top.
Oh, dear.
Well, thank God Biden is in. We'll be back, hopefully, in February. My question is, where did all that money go when Trump pulled it? That's what I want to know. Where did he put it?
Oh, I'm sure. Sure, right
in his
into
bank account.
right into Wall Street. Yeah, definitely. I think we're all going to start seeing the long-term effects of Trump's decisions. While in office. Uh, I think it's going to leave us out at sea, or punctured. With punctured lungs, so that we'd sink to the bottom of the sea, so no one finds out for about another 20 years.
And then they'll blame it on Biden, say, oh,
That's
well, you
true. That's
couldn't
true.
figure it out. But, well, he's just trying to get back to the top, swim up
Mm-hmm,
for air.
mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, all I have to say about Trump pulling out of the Paris Climate Accords is, if he knows how to pull out, how do you explain Tiffany? Pachow, pachow! Burn on Trump.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You can call
Tiffany's-
HR for that one. I'm proud of it.
Oh no, I'm sure. Just Tiffany and Barron are two big question marks in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
on a more serious note, after a long battle with pancreatic cancer, iconic Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has died at the age of 80. I'll take Canadians I actually respect for $1,000. This man has a mustache that men and women alike will all want to ride. Who is Alex Trebek? He will be missed.
Oh my God. I never thought that Alex Trebek could die. I thought he would live forever. What are we going to do without Jeopardy, huh? What are we going to do? I mean, well, to be honest, I was never good at Jeopardy, but I was always happy for my friends who loved this show and just kept their minds busy. They're like, I'm going to go watch Jeopardy. I'm like, great. Now I'm going to be able to go and do what I want to do.
Yeah,
A
this
great
one cuts
show.
deep for me. Yeah, it cuts deep for me too. I mean, I slay at trivia, and I loved watching Jeopardy. I loved Trebek's voice. He had a way of relaying information simply and plainly that just made you feel like such a goddamn imbecile for saying, what is the cat and the hat? I mean, he is the godfather of the nerd burn, and he's earned a one-finger gun salute. Ciao.
Oh dear.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Well, this is certainly terrible news to hear about Alex Trebek. Certainly, I hope they don't replace him with another Drew Carey, and I mean that as in another Drew Carey. I certainly hope that they don't clone him, an even thinner version of Drew Carey. We're all concerned that he lost so much weight just to become, ready for Price is Right. I'd hate to see him emaciated even more.
I have never seen that.
Oh,
You don't know
Drew
about
Carey?
Thin Drew Carey?
No,
That's like a decade-old news card.
That's true.
well, I do not have TV, and so I do not watch that. So the last
I
time
mean, he's on daytime, so it's fine.
I do not
It
watch
definitely
any
made the
TV. I
tabloid
have no
rounds.
cable. I have no regular antenna.
It's all right.
I have literally
It's all good.
Netflix, and I just never knew that.
Oh, it's okay. I catch up on old episodes at my dentist's office.
Oh, the yodeler. Fun
Oh,
stuff.
dear.
Fun stuff. Well, you guys might have heard of this one. Popular pet food brand Purina is planning to roll out a new eco-friendly ingredient, insects. That's right. The food is made using black soldier fly larvae, which is high in protein but doesn't impact the environment as much as beef or chicken. Don't worry, a Purina spokesperson said. It still contains enough cornmeal to destroy your pet's liver.
Oh my God, that is so gross. That is gross. First of all, Purina was already on the bottom of the barrel. I mean, it was the worst of the worst kind of food. Without any of whatever they have in there would make my dog sick. I would never feed my dog Purina. And now they're putting in black fly larvae into dog food? What are you trying to kill the dogs? I mean, if fly larvae was good for you, then don't you think we would already be eating it? I mean, who here eats black fly larvae? Anybody? Anybody for your protein?
Just salamander. Sorry.
Have you even heard of it? I have never even heard of it. I mean, because
Forbidden meat,
there's so
Sleepy.
many flies, I could just catch the fly and make them mate in whatever they're doing and eat. Nasty. Nasty.
It's definitely a
Kark
mistake.
likes to watch flies. That's what I heard. That's what I took away from that.
I literally hate flies. They disgust me more than cockroaches. They're about the same. I just am disgusted by all of those. Why don't they make cockroach dog food? You know? Cockroaches live forever. Put that in a dog food. Dogs will live forever.
I mean, my main concern here is how this is going to affect the jingle industry. You know what I mean? We like chicken. We like liver. More like we like crickets. We like critters. Meow mix, please deliver. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. That's all I'm
Crickets
saying.
are good for you, though. Crickets are good for you. My grandmother ate crickets in the
switcheroo.
war I heard they are healthy. Asians eat crickets in the jungle, and they
Every
live.
country except America eats insects. We're the weird outlier.
No, there's a restaurant here by the Santa Monica airport, and they do deep fried crickets there, and people love that. I would never eat it myself.
Well,
I've been wanting to try to eat bugs for the longest time because I know how good they are for the environment, but every time I go to the OC Fair, they're just deep frying Jello or, pudding pops or something gross that Bill Cosby used to endorse. And frankly, I'm not going to support that monster.
Alligator, all you have to do is leave a piece of food out on your kitchen counter, and in the morning, there'll be a trail of ants. Now, you take those ants, you deep fry them, and you eat it with your rice, and you'll be a real cool cucumber by tomorrow.
I thought that was how you caught Santa Claus, but didn't know it worked for ants too. Okay.
It sure does.
turns out dreams really do come true. And I've been spending too much money at Trader Joe's, apparently. Well, I'm certainly glad that we're paying attention to the health of our dogs and cats and our beloved pets. I remember my doctor telling me that it's okay to eat dog food, and I have been for several years, and I feed it to my children. Now, in good faith with tradition, I must keep continuing to feed myself dog food in times of scarcity and when I'm trying to lean out. But,
That's right. I think it's a great idea. That's right. I mean, look, you might be onto something there. I would trick my friends. I would have the snacks. They would look just like beef jerky. And my friends would come over and they like, oh, can I have one of these? And I'm like, yeah, you sure can. And I would just watch them eat that dog food, those dog treats. And they'd be like, this is interesting. There's not a lot of taste in it. I was like, well, it's good for you. Just keep on eating it. So
your friends dog
no
food.
preservatives.
I love it.
No sulfate.
I really would. If you go to Trader Joe's,
that's some Hannibal Lecter shit right there.
They have those.
Fun for you, Kark. Maybe not so much for your friends. If they're watching this, sorry.
It's the funnest thing. I'm telling y'all. Okay, go to Trader Joe's and buy the beef dog treats. They look just like beef jerky. Leave them out for your friends. Put them in a cup, and you let your friends eat that. You'll have the best laugh you ever had. Just go ahead and do that. I had
shout at Kark's dinner parties. Doesn't sound like something I want to go to anytime soon. No thanks.
Well,
like
speaking of
hospital trip.
That's right. Speaking of expensive, the David Hockney painting Nichols Canyon will be going up for offer in December for an estimated $35 million. The painting is one of Hockney's landscapes and portrays the winding roads outside of his Los Angeles studio. The $35 million sale will continue in the tradition of LA paintings sold for the rental costs of where they were painted.
Ooh, dear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I've been. This is quite the price target on this painting. It reminds me of my old grifting days back in Vegas and Reno mostly. But I've been out of this game for a bit, but over setting a price target this high for a painting is reminds me of the old French Rose move, where you misdirect with a high price target, then you switch around a duplicate when no one's looking.
Mm. Fun
Well,
stuff.
damn. I mean, I thought they were talking about Nichols Canyon itself. I was like, okay, $35 million for Nichols Canyon, but it's a painting of his outside of his Los Angeles studio, probably when he was a poor man. I mean, how can I get into your circle of friends, huh? David Hockney? I bet you don't have any Asian female friends. Hey, Mr. David Hockney, will you
My,
call me? Will you call me? Find me on IG and I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Car,
Don't call
putting
HR.
it
Don't
out there.
call HR.
I'm not going to call HR.
I'm putting it
They
out.
watch
I'm
everything
putting that
I
out.
do.
He probably
Yeah.
likes boys, but you know what? I can pass as a boy. That's why I shave my head.
this is
You are versatile. You are versatile. I just want to know, is pop art really making a comeback? I mean, I just am so sick of seeing galleries stocked with Lichtensteins and Warhols. It makes me want to gouge my fucking eyes out. I thought we were finally getting to a point where we were starting to really appreciate the punk rock art that came out of transgressive zines. And they were finally getting the acclaim that they deserved. I thought it was time for Ray Pettyboone, Mike Kelly, and Nick Cave to have their moment in the sun. But I guess they'll just have to stay underground and get even cooler.
I mean, Nick Cave, didn't he play the music on what's that show?
Oh, True Detective?
No. Oh my goodness, it's my
He did
favorite
the music
show.
for True Detective.
It's called. It starts with a P.
all right.
Killian Murphy.
Police Cops.
No, Tom.
Oh, the one with a procession.
I'm glad glad we can
Pretty
hopefully have
boys.
somebody Google this for us.
All right, I'll Google
Yeah.
it
In the
while
comments right
We
now.
should definitely figure it out while we're on air. But yes, he was the frontman of the band. Oh my goodness! Now the name is escaping me. Someone
I
Google the
know.
name of the band. The Bad Seeds. That was the band that he fronted, and before that, he was in the
Peaky
Birthday Party.
Blinders. Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
That was a
Sure.
real. Have you
He
either one of
he
you
is a
seen?
gifted musician. Yeah.
Have either one of you seen Peaky Blinders at
I've
all?
not seen
Okay,
it. Have
you
not seen
must.
I've not seen
If
Peaky
you
Blinders.
watch this show, you guys will love it. You will love it, love it, love it, love it. It is the #1 period series out there,
Sounds like
and
it's
you
a
will
Morning
fall
Wood.
in love with Cillian Murphy. Tom Hardy is on there as well. Oh my goodness, it's just a bunch of
Well,
woohoo.
That's
this is
indeed.
your #1 period morning news show.
That's right.
that
That's right.
We're doing over
had
here.
I had to give a review there because it was getting steamy hot in here. Nick
Indeed,
Cave.
indeed.
Yeah.
Well,
It's his
hopefully we
fault.
can.
Peaky.
Hopefully we can. Take those efforts when we're not streaming television and maybe point our eye to this environment. The Navy and citizens of Sri Lanka have saved over 100 pilot whales after a mass beaching on their shores. By working together day and night, pushing whales back into the ocean, the people of Sri Lanka were able to save all but 4 whales. Local officials have hailed it as a great success, noting, "What now, Greenpeace? Your move, bro."
Cheers to
Well,
that.
you know that Japan probably bought those 4 whales that weren't able to be saved
That's
because
true.
they definitely sold them for sushi. I once ate whale in Japan.
Oh my.
It was like red meat, red raw meat. It was not really my cup of tea because if I'm gonna eat something that tastes like raw beef, I just eat beef. But definitely we were like, what is this? And it was kind of weird. It was a weird taste. Not my thing, but those Japanese, they like that. They like that.
Oh dear.
Mm, mm.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, I think we need to pay attention to this environment all around us. Seems to me like this was possibly a peaceful protest from the whales. I'm sure many of our liberal friends could take a lesson here, but either in some sort of kamikaze move for for whale peace, or obviously we're not paying attention to this ocean. Maybe
Right.
we got to send James Cameron back down there again one more time.
I mean, really,
Back in the
it's
deep,
like,
yeah.
why
Be a
if
bit.
100 pilot whales are coming on shore because the ocean is that bad? I mean, that is awful. All those
Mhm.
soda canister
Could
things
be.
and
It could very well be, or they heard about Toyotathon. Either way, they're very excited.
Oh, I hear those deals only last 1 month. I mean, my feeling on this, it's just going to turn into a weirder version of that parable about the dude throwing starfish into the ocean, where he's like, yeah, it matters to this one, and then like it's supposed to teach you to take personal accountability. But instead, this story, it typifies the power of community organization. And if people take this story to heart, we might finally get the communist uprising that we deserve. Pa-chow, pa-chow. Let's do it.
I just want to say though, because I mean, we really should take care of our ocean because the mermaids are gone. We've killed off the
That is
mermaids.
true.
And
The
what
Loch
else
Ness
is going to be
Monster.
right? The Loch Ness monster. And guys, if you love
Moby Dick.
sushi, Moby Dick, right? We just need to start taking care of our ocean. Even if you don't live in it, you need to take care of it because it's part of your earth. Don't litter.
So the producers right now, they're bugging me right now. Apparently, we only have 30 seconds left in this show, and we still have to solve how big are the airplanes that these whales pilot and go.
Oh,
Lordy, lordy.
Whale size?
These
It's a whale of a plane.
I
just wanted to say it like that. I think they're very large planes, to say the least. I mean, you have to assume that we're talking about these